Good Sunday evening. Cooking with Chef Nev. What we making today? I don't know. Trying out a new stew. We're gonna see what happens. Actually, it's gonna be a soup or a stew. Like I said, we're gonna see what happens. Part of me being a chef, I experiment. I experiment on my own food before I serve it to other people. This is an idea I have, and I'm trying to run with it. Right now, we got some onions and shallots, fresh sauteed. A kind of a farm to garden. I actually grew the shallot myself. I'll tell you more about that later. But now we're going to work over here. So I have this heating up in this right here, which would be sauteed pan at approximately medium heat with a little bit of butter, salt and pepper, shallots and onions. All right, pause for a minute. Over here we have a crock pot. I split my veg in half, and we have some in the bottom of the crock pot here that is on high temperature right now. As you see, it's starting to get some steam. So what I'm doing, the reason I'm doing that is so my stuff doesn't burn in the crock pot. That gives me a base. I didn't want to use a bag because you know what I realized when I bought the bags? That we might microplastics is what everybody's talking about. One way you can probably slow that down is don't cook in a bag. Even though I like it's quick, fast, and trust me, easy to clean up. But is everything easy to clean up good for you? Think about that one. I did. Prove that I'm not lying. I have them in my hand right here. See, I bought disposable slow cook liners, but I didn't open them because, like I said, got to thinking about the plastic thing. Kind of hit me. Yes, I still drink out of plastic stuff, but I got to slow down somewhere. Peace. Man, if y'all had smell-o-vision, it'd be great. All you can smell right now, these onions and shallots freshly starting to caramelize. I'm going to stir them around here in a minute. And shift them up a little bit just to make them see what we got going on. Oh, yeah, look at that goodness there. Look at it. See that shine coming in? All right, peace out. Today we're rolling with, let's see here. If you got it, haunted. Remember last time it was a witch-looking one. We can thank my roommate. I guess you can call him my roommate. The guy that I live with, who's helping me out through all this and letting me do crazy things like this while I'm in his home. Some of y'all know who he is, and I'm not going to mention his name because he likes to live somewhat private life. So with that being said, if you got it, haunt it. Onions, shallots, salt, pepper. So ladies and gentlemen, I am about to introduce, for the first time ever in any of my soups, my very own grown collard greens. I have a garden that I planted some collard seeds in, and these are the young greens that I picked off so my stems could get a little bit stockier. Plus I want to taste my greens ahead of time for something I got coming up. So got some projects I'm working on. Quite happy with myself. But there they are, ladies and gentlemen. My first yield of collard greens. Quite happy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're back again. What I have there is some diced up. Some people call them pearl potatoes, baby potatoes. Whatever you could grow your own potatoes, just pull your potatoes early and you got baby potatoes. But I bought mine for Food Line because I don't have a full garden yet. And then we have what? Neval's Magic Herb Oil. I've been using this for years. I use it on chicken, beef, you name it, I've used it on it. This is my latest variation. Peace. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now going to take this here, transfer it over the pot, but I am going to leave some of this in here because I'm going to add the potatoes and the herb oil to it, and you shall see that in a minute. Alright, thank y'all. Peace. Like I told y'all, this is an all-new project. And that's not a lie. So now I'm stirring up my herb oil and pour some on these potatoes. Actually, I'm going to grab a spoon. Hold on a minute. Alright, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Set myself up for success, not failure. Dump a little bit of herb oil in there. Alright, I'm going to have to cut y'all out so I can turn around and do this with two hands. Peace. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Potatoes, herb oil, salt, pepper, and a few other seasonings. Garlic powder. Excuse me. Onion powder, salt, pepper. Excuse me again. Alright, dump some of these in here as you hear the sizzle, crackle, crackle. And I'm going to get that mixing up. Talk to y'all later. Peace. Okay, quick lesson. See how I've stirred everything around? You see these brown little areas? You noticed earlier they were a little bit darker. Or actually more of them. So what you do is you turn your heat down and you let the steam and the moisture start collect some of those what we call goodies. Turn your heat down. This one's at a 3. I'll probably turn it down to about a 2. But that sizzling, yeah, you stop. Now you want to stop the searing process and start like what I like to call a simmering process. But also I'm gonna cheat. This is what I had left over from my mixture. So what we're gonna do is watch this, which has all I call that goodness at the bottom of it. Now you've added that to this. Oh, look at those bubbles. If anybody knows anything like I know, steam, I'm gonna reduce it because yeah, she's moving a little hotter than I want her to. Reduce it down a little bit. But you use the liquid to try to capture some of that goodness on the side. Alright, get back to you in a minute. Peace. By the way, I moved my veggies to the outside also to absorb that. But if you notice, got this pool of liquid starting to form. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be part of your stock, which gives you that je ne sais quoi, if you want to call it, or whatever term you want to use for goodness or perfection. Look at that. Just look at it. Look at it. Look at that. Somebody look at that. Do you see how it's growing? We're going to hang out here for a minute. Just watch it grow. And as you see, it doesn't take long. Mother Nature provides us with what we need. I've known that for years, but now I just got to get back to it. And there she goes. And what do you hear? As soon as it collects to the bottom of the pan, it starts talking to you again. And remember I told you I was going to turn it down. We were at a 3, remember? I did turn it down. No lie. We were at a 2, maybe a 1. This is how vegetables and heat work. Now, let's see what we got going on the sides. I do believe we have hit the money jackpot, ladies and gentlemen. Not everywhere. But if you notice, there are a lot of clear areas around this pan. Got one over there I gotta get. But all that sexy goodness is right here. Oh, we have one more thing we're gonna do in this pan. I just haven't showed you all yet. So, peace. Also, once again, as you see, raw-ish, cooked-ish, raw-ish. Okay, later. These are my brine chicken thighs that I'm about to dice up. This is gonna be a second usage of that Sautee pan y'all saw. In the process of deboning my thighs, I didn't want to pull out another knife, so I just turned around. I'm using my handy-dandy chef knife. But I could do a cleaner job if I wanted to, but I'm going to use these for stock, so it's all good. All right, peace.